Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Long time no see.
I know. It's been too long.
Yeah? What do you got going on today?
Well, today's a Monday, so I would say more admin stuff, emails, checking in on things from the weekend, seeing what the updates are for the projects. So yeah, after a lot of the meetings and things that I have to do today, we're gonna go to the showroom, which will be really fun because we can look at some different light fixtures and just see the items in person, get to feel them, see how they illuminate spaces, and really also just get some inspiration too, because sometimes being in front of a computer, especially as a creative person, I need to step away from the screen. I want to see things in person and really get some inspiration. So we'll do that and then end the day with a really fun dinner. We'll get some really good food, and Heather and I actually have a couple things that we're gonna be celebrating tonight, so definitely a good way to end the day. Hello. Hi. Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm pretty good.
Good. What do you got going on today?
So me and Taylor just wrapped up a meeting with a client. We reviewed some finishes for the design as well as some of her cabinetry elevations. Really good meeting, felt like it was very productive. And then we're gonna work together to wrap up a sample box with all the finishes for a client, get that. And then I just got a couple more cabinetry items to chug away at before me and her go out to celebrate a couple of things.
So I have two different options here where this one's obviously more fluted, that one's more ribbed, which I think either one will go with the design, but this is what I'm thinking for the hallway.
Okay.
Kind of in different areas isolated to break up some of the white because we have white walls.
Okay.
And then in her consult rooms, because I know we have the wood in there, but I was thinking we do something darker. So instead of doing like the wood paneling, just because I know that's what,
It's a lot.
yeah,
Everywhere.
it's a lot. Plus, like, I feel like that's what everyone's doing right now, that's something different. So yeah, I found these.
Okay, so those are gonna be in the hallway and then in the consult?
And yeah, in the consultations too, I think framing it almost on either side of the wall behind the desk to almost frame in the desk. Because the desk is going to be more of a statement, like standalone piece. And we'll have a nice pendant above. So then I think having this on the wall will be a better way to just bring some more warmth. Because I want to avoid more of the all white look. Because I know that's what we don't want to achieve. But I also don't want to paint every wall brown.
I
So
agree with that too.
this is kind of a good compromise, I feel like.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
How are you doing?
Doing well, how are you?
I'm good. What are you working on?
Just a couple things. Working on some RFIs for our project in Minnesota. I need to run a few things by Taylor and get some approvals though. Taylor, you free? Alright, a couple things. So I know that we spoke about the RFIs before. The first one is this one about the restroom. The two options we've got from the GC is to fur this entire wall out 8 inches to accommodate covering that pipe, or we can build a chase around it. My suggestion would be to go with the chase.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay,
I
great.
agree. I don't think 8 inches is worth.
Perfect.
Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
Good.
How's your work day going?
Good. Just very busy. This is the end of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, very busy. So I'm excited. Tomorrow I'm going to Titans, Texas. Dr. Titans. Very excited for this project. Gonna meet the doctor and the contractor and see how things are going. So yeah, I'm very looking forward to it. this is going to be the exterior stone.
Okay. So it's gonna like have that, and then
Yeah,
this
3
up
inches.
there. Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
And this will be
So you're imagining that's up there.
correct. Yeah.
Cool.
See, there'll be a gap in between, just a
Yeah.
black middle.
And then
Uh,
there'll be like kind of a dark in between.
Correct.
Like that dark, or
Yeah, this kind
Almost.
of dark. Yeah.
yeah, for the contrast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see how this all surrounding area is just no buildings, nothing.
I know. Gotta
Love
keep it
it.
that nice. Isn't
Yeah,
it so
yeah.
pretty?
Yeah, I'm
Do you still like it back here versus? I mean, it's pretty far set back.
100%.
Yeah. So our front entrance is this, right? Like right.
Yes, here.
Right here.
Yeah.
So ideally, we do want cars coming in right here versus over there.
100%. 100%.
So
And also,
gotta try to keep that open.
yeah. Also, having it here is better for us fighting for this ceiling.
Yeah.
I hope
Right.
this will, yeah. And there's a good portion of landscaping.
We know it's all good. We just keep on vibing, dancing to the moon.
So yesterday was very rainy out and it was very gross. So I rescheduled our showroom tour. So I'm going today because it's, although not sunny out, it's not raining. And that's just life of a designer. You have to pivot and make changes when needed. So today I'm going to the showroom. We're going to look at some lighting options. I have a couple projects and clients that I need to source for. And I just like to see the pieces before I spec them, especially when it comes to lighting and more so design pieces, just because pictures sometimes don't do them justice. So we actually have a showroom. It's like 5 minutes from our office. So I like to just pop in, A, look at specific items, but B, I like to get inspiration when I can and just see things in person, get away from the computer screen. So that is what we are doing now, and on the way there, should be there shortly. So whenever I go to any type of showroom, especially architecturally, I like to first come with a preparation of a concept. So I'm already coming here in mind of the type of style that I want, maybe the finishes or just the overall look. And then I look for pieces that really stand out. And then I also look at how it communicates with the rest of the space. More so shadows, how does it illuminate? Because even in a showroom where we have a lot of lights, you can still see the way that wherever the illumination is coming from, how it's bouncing off the walls, how it makes the piece stand out. And then I'm then comparing that with my concept to see which pieces will look the best and what catches my eye, I would say. We definitely have, different standards that we like to use at Kappler to make that Kappler design. So I really funnel my choices through what the client wants, what we as a brand are, and who we are and stand for as far as design goes. And then, of course, I like to add my own personal touch and kind of spin on things with picking items that I personally love, because I feel like the passion and love for the design that we're doing will really show to the client when me, myself as the designer, is excited about it as well. So those are just kind of the things that I look out for, and I like to look at all different types of lighting, whether it's a chandelier, whether it's a wall sconce that we have here, which goes onto the wall, just looking at how we can play with lighting to make that piece of the design really stand out and not be an afterthought. So that was super productive. We got to find a couple pieces for one of our clients and a project that we're working on, and then I also even got to see just some new pieces in general and get some inspiration for a couple projects that we have up and coming. So that was super fun, much needed, also just to kind of get away, again, get some design inspo. So I appreciate you guys following us along for the day and just kind of seeing a little bit of the behind the scenes, and I appreciate you guys following along. Until next time.